Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. I wanted to share this with you. I'm pretty excited about it. I got a smoking deal on this little three-wheeler yesterday. I got on Craigslist and I was actually looking for a four-wheeler, and I saw a deal that basically he made me an offer I couldn't refuse on this thing. Let's just put it that way. I was just like, hey, you know what? I got this cash burning a hole in my pocket here, so why not? And so I went over and picked this up. Of course, there's a plane flying over low right now, so we're going to hear that. Some kind of twin engine prop plane there. But anyways, picked up this 1979 Honda ATC 110. It's a dual range, so that makes it a little bit more usable for, you know, my homesteading purposes and stuff like that. So I could hook a trailer onto it. Now it doesn't have a hitch on it currently, but you can get a hitch for it. But anyways, yeah, back to the machine. You know, I went over and checked this thing out, talked to the guy. The story was it's been in their family for 25 years. Everybody kind of just outgrew it, and they had four-wheelers and different things to ride and motorcycles and stuff, so they just let it sit. Well, it sat in a barn. Luckily, it didn't sit outside, and it's still in really nice shape. I can tell it has compression. I pulled it a few times. Now, I haven't checked spark yet or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it's just bad gas in this thing, because I can smell the bad gas. As soon as I opened the shop doors up today, I could smell the tarnished gas in there. So I'm going to go ahead, and first step will be I'm going to take it down and rinse it off, clean it off a little bit first, just so I can see what I'm working with. Easier to find leaks and stuff that way. Also, just keep you cleaner when you're working on it. So I'm going to go ahead and go down and hose it off a little bit. And then I'm going to take the tank off, drain it out. I can see there's no fuel filters on it that I'm aware of. Now maybe there's one inside of the petcock there. But one other thing that I noticed is that the headset bearings are a little loose. And it probably means they're flattened or trashed or whatever. So I've been looking into possibly putting some tapered bearings in there. I've seen there's a conversion kit where you can put tapered bearings in rather than those loose ball bearings that if you guys have ever dealt with those, they're a hassle. When you take that headset off, they're going to go everywhere, and if you don't lose one, you're lucky. Well, and putting them back together can be a real pain too. So anyhow, as you can see, it's got a little gun rack on there. There's my cat coming to check it out, Mira. Hey Mira, where are you going? Oh, she's going into the shop. So you can go check out the shop. Well, anyways, seat's in good condition, no rips, tears. You can tell it's, you know, it's got somebody's butt groove in it, but other than that, it's in really good shape. One out of the three tires are nice. The other two, the front one and the back one, are dry rotted, but they seem to be holding air, so that's good news. I can at least get it going, ride it around a little bit, make sure it shifts through all the gears, and then if it does, I'll order, you know, a couple more tires to put on it to match this nice one here on the right rear. we got the tank all cleaned out. I put a little fresh gas in there and sloshed it around, poured that out. Next up, I got to reassemble, put the tank back on. I'm going to leave the seat and the back fender off because I want to be able to access the throat of the carburetor. I haven't taken a look at the air filter yet either, so I'll probably do that. One other thing I did off camera was I went ahead and pulled the spark plug out, and I noticed it's got a brand new NGK plug in it. So the guy tried to do a little to it, and it's brand new. So I put a little never sees on it. Also, I checked it for spark while I had it out, and I had a spark. I wouldn't say it was the best spark, but I could see it, so that shouldn't be the issue. So I think this is just a fuel / carburetor gummed up issue. So we're fixing to give this a try. I'm going to fill it up with fresh fuel and give her a few cranks, see if we can get her to hit. If it does and it won't start, then I'll probably go get some starting fluid and try that. So here we go. Okay guys, we're back. I'm just going to squirt a little bit of starting fluid in there. I've already squirted a little B12 in there just to clean out what I could see visually, the scum inside of there, the tarnish, I mean. Anyways, and that B12 takes it right out of there. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and squirt a little starting fluid in there and give it a couple of pulls and see if we can get it to fire up. I'm opening up the throttle. A few squirts of that. I'm going to give it a little gas. Oh, she's wanting to. That's a good sign. Okay, I'm going to squirt a little more. Okay, now I know that's choke. This is open, so I'm going to leave it on choke. Okay, it's starting right up. So next up, and it's running, it's, you know, as soon as it consumes the ether, it dies. So what that's telling me is I'm not getting any fuel. So I'm going to check out the petcock situation, and I'm also going to, before I do that, I'm just going to take a wrench and tap on that bottom bowl there, because sometimes the floats can get stuck on these things, and if this doesn't fix it, I may have to go ahead and pull that carburetor off, take it apart and look at things and see if the float's okay, see if the needle valves and stuff like that are working, and clean everything out. But I can tell this thing's going to run. It's going to be a runner. She's wanting to. Okay guys, we've definitely got a fuel delivery problem. So next up, I'm going to pop that carburetor off of there and take the bowl off, take a look around, clean everything up, reassemble, but I think that's probably what we got going on. Before I do that though, I am going to pull that, there's a the part of that petcock right there you can take off, and I think there's a screen filter back behind that. So I'm going to check that out first before I go any deeper. But I can clearly tell this is a fuel delivery problem, and that makes me happy because I know this thing's going to work now.